Hello, hello, this is Monkeypuzzle, and welcome to episode 28, Feeding the Beast on the Direwolf20 pack for Minecraft 1.7.10 here on the Primus Server. Welcome, and thank you for joining. I've got some stuff to do today, as usual. Of course, I've got things to do, but today I want to mostly prep for what I'm going to do next episode. Although the things today are worthy of an episode in themselves, I want to get ready for next time. I want to start the bees and the trees and the butterflies and botany over there at Highland Overlook. And I know I won't be able to do all that in one episode regardless, but there's a few things that will really help with that I can get out of the way here that, like I said, are interesting unto themselves, but make it so my first episode over there isn't one of my famous long-winded hour-long things. So on that note, let's get some things set up today that will greatly facilitate that. And if I have any time at the end, I want to give you an update on my mad project, the mob versus mob arena over there. Yeah, which I've put some more work into and made it a bit more stable. But it's not completely stable still, but it's pretty good, but not foolproof. Anyway, I am staring at the first matter at hand, which is a wheat field. Woohoo! No big deal unto itself, of course, but this is going to help us for next time. Before, if you remember, I had essence berries and cotton here, and I was happy to keep stockpiling those, and I already had a wheat farm. You may remember over there I made on my very first episode on this map to feed the cows, which are invisible at this range, so that I could make a hang glider and glide down on the first day. But that one is manual, and this one, I already had this Ender.io farming station set up here, and I thought we could do this automatically. Because we're going to need the seeds of the wheat, not the wheat itself. Well, actually, there are uses we could put the wheat to, but for forestry, we're going to need a lot of seed oil. And there are seeds that work better than the wheat seeds, but we have to start forestry to get them. So, and one thing of note here is I've got an agricarnation in here, and it and this one over here are responsible for that high-pitched sound you're hearing. Sounds like wind blowing through pipes. It's kind of nice, kind of annoying, but that's what that is. And now that this one's here, you can hear it down below as well. And maybe we'll put a sound muffler here at some point. Anyway, this is feeding off of one of these pools, this one I think right now, and you can see it's markedly accelerating the growth of these crops. You can see the little particle effects, and you can actually see the growth happening, the moving through the growth stages. When I started this, I only had a handful of seeds, less than a stack, and let's see what I'm up to now. And I think it's been less than a day that's been running. 3,125, so that's pretty good. It's definitely moving along, and I don't have to do it by hand, so that's pretty good. So the next thing I want to move into before we're going to make some forestry machines and a few things like that in preparation for next time. But, you know, the Highland Overlook, it's quite a ways that way. I forget, maybe not quite 1,000 blocks, but it's a good distance. And usually I get there through this link book and run back and forth. And so far I've been carting items over there in my inventory for whatever we needed. I did that for Pneumaticraft and for the whole building project over there and Britannia, but I want to set up direct access to my ME network over there. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to set up a quantum network bridge. Now I know Brink, one of the guys on my server, if you watch him, just did this not even a couple days ago, and I don't want to repeat, but it's just by coinkydink, I need one too. So, and I've set one up before in the crack pack, I think it was. But anyway, if you're a new viewer or you didn't watch either of those and you want to know how to do it, I'm going to do it real quick. And then I'm going to move on to a couple other things as well. So that said, let's do it. So to make the quantum network bridge, the thing that will link this ME network remotely, we're going to need some things, of course. So let's put in the word quantum here, if I could spell it. And we're going to need these two things to start with, and we're going to need these. So first, we're going to need the ME quantum ring, and we're going to need to set this up here and there. So we're going to need 8 here and 8 there. So, and I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh yeah, the energy cells. So let's make those first. So we're going to need 16 of the quantum rings. I meant to take a hot tub, so I didn't have warmth for the episode, but I can do that in a bit. So let's make 16 of these energy cells. Oops, and I'm using up my pure Certus quartz. For some reason, NEI always puts the pure in there. A lot of recipes that put stuff you wouldn't use first. So let's not use those up, because those are a lot more valuable. And we need another 10. So let's get those. Okay, so we've got the energy cells. Now let's throw those back in and go back to the quantum part. And so now we should be able to make the quantum rings. And because I have 16 of those, I should be able to do that. I get 16 of those. Excellent. And we need 2 of these ME quantum link chambers. And I'm going to have to make these Fluix pearls first. So let's throw these in. And again, it's trying to make me use my pure ones. But let's use the regular old ones. Throw them in here. And I think I needed 4 each of these. So we need 8 Fluix pearls. There we go. Excellent. So now if we go back to quantum one more time, we should be able to do this. And I should be able to just shift click it again. And excellent. I get 2 of these. And there was actually something I should have set up first and I forgot. But we're going to need the matter condenser. So let's go ahead and make that. And what it's going to do is, I think I have everything else I need on me. Let's go to my little hidden floor down here. And by the way, I've moved my, what do you call these? The crystal growth accelerators down to here so that I could move this down here for this project. And I leave it unhooked when it's not being used so it doesn't burn up energy. And one little quick side note is I learned that you could turn these sideways, which most people don't do, and then you can actually hook them together in the corners rather than having them over the top or below. That may not be novel information for some, but it was for me. I didn't know you could do that. So let's put this down here for now, the matter condenser, and it didn't link up for some reason. Maybe it doesn't need to actually. So we're going to need to first throw this 64K ME storage component in there. It's going to need that. And we're going to change this. This can be just a fancy trash can. And you can make matter balls with it. But we're not going to do that. We're going to use it for this. We're going to condense into singularities. And we need 256,000 items of something. And like most people, the thing I have most is cobblestone. And now I remember what I was doing. I didn't want this to hook up to the network like that, but I did want to be able to put this export bus on here. And it's going to export cobblestone into the matter condenser. Let's give it some acceleration cards so that it goes real quick. And we can see here, it is starting to accumulate stored energy somehow through trashing all that cobblestone, 256,000 of it. And when it has enough, bar is going to fill up and we're going to get a singularity. And then we're going to do something with that. So while that's going, I guess I might as well set up the quantum rings. They're not going to work yet, but hopefully by the time I'm done, that will be ready. If we have to skip ahead, I'll do that. So anyway, you just put 8 of these in a ring like that. And then, let me see, this goes in the center, the quantum link chamber. And then the multi-block forms, which is excellent. And it's already hooked up to the network right there. And that's making it glow. I think it also needs external power as well. So let me see. I thought I had some energy conduits here. Here they are. Now, it's a little confusing from the wiki because it tells you that you cannot use a energy acceptor for it, but it will not hook up directly to the energy conduits. So I think you do have to use the energy acceptor. And I went and checked out Brink's scene where he started his. He's got a nice new house over at Spawn, and he did use an energy acceptor for that. So I think we hook it up like that, and then now this thing should be powered and connected to the network. So when this is done, and it's still got a ways to go, but not too bad, it's almost 10% of the way, we're going to use the thing we make from there and put it in here, and then that's the quantum entangled singularity, and that's going to be the thing that hooks this thing up. So let's go on back up here. And why don't we go over to the Highland base and do the same thing. We'll get that set up over there. I'll be all ready for when that stuff is done. So over here, the world is loading in. There is that really nice base, I think. I had fun making it. Just this little dome-ish paper wall thingy I made with drones, and I raised up with the shard of lapita. Now it's got this nice puddle underneath full of sea plants, and it must be a little briny in there, I guess. And you may notice I've moved my pneumaticraft stuff. I made a little space down below. In here, I just carved out a little bit of the hillside, and then in this chest over here, I've got all that pneumaticraft stuff, which I'll set up back in here. This will be the pneumaticraft room, and I can have some pipes sticking out here and there that will be supplying pressure to the charging stations so that the drones can charge up here, but they'll just be these little charging stations sticking out for the drones, because I have some uses for them here. And yeah, and out this way is where we're going to have all our agriculture, bees and trees and stuff like that. We got plenty of space, so we'll use various zones along here in the highlands. Anyway, I talked too much. Let's get back to setting up this quantum ring over here. Now, it's going to need power as well, and I'm going to need power here for everything else I'm going to do. So right here on this thing, I like using these cobblestone that kind of comes naturally in the highlands, just as kind of important points. So where did I put it? I think in my bag here, I've got a tesseract. So let's place this down here. And this tesseract is already set to monkey, channel 13, receiving energy. So that's good. And then let's go ahead and build this structure again. Put all 8 of those around. Okay, good. Sometimes I can't fly and I have to relog. And then let's put the little window in there. And then while we're waiting for the other thing to finish, let's string some power out here. I could just go around the back. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. I can always put a facade here of cobblestone if I need to. So this is going to be the power for this thing. So it's glowing. That's a good sign. And then let's string some power out this way, because we'll use that in a moment for the forestry machines that we'll make once we get this set up. So let me go see how the matter condenser is doing. I have a feeling it's probably not done yet. Let's go look. And it's getting there. So I'm going to take a break, and I will join you when this is ready to go, and we will use it. See you in a sec. And there it is. We got our singularity, a single one. And singularity is when so much stuff is stuck together that its mass becomes basically infinite. So, and we'll have this left over too. So that's great. So we can go ahead and break this now. We don't need it. And maybe I should do it a little bit more artfully with my crescent hammer. It's not a hammer though, it's a wrench. Did I get it? Yeah. Okay. So now that we got that, let's go downstairs. All the way down to bedrock. And let me see, let me put this on. Oh, by the way, I saw someone post on Reddit today, one of the Buildcraft devs, I think, that they were going to make Buildcraft tanks. He was trolling everybody because he was just doing this, which I did before. Let me see this. So now that we made this nice, expensive thing, let's throw it on the ground and blow it up. Oh, and actually, I forgot one thing. Of course, I had this on here to remind me, but I'm gonna have to run back upstairs real quick. And there. Come on. Yeah, and let's grind up an ender pearl. And I know it works in the pulverizer, and it actually comes out saying applied energistics 2, which is perfect. That means it's going to be compatible. No, not crafting. And let's get over here and grab that. And I don't know what happens if you put them in the sag mill or whatever, but you definitely want it to say applied energistics. So let's throw that on the ground and throw that on the ground. And yeah, let's blow it up and waste it. Kablooey! No, of course it's not actually wasting it. Now I have 2 quantum entangled singularities. And this is what's going to link the 2 quantum network bridges. So that's excellent. We got those. We're pretty much there. So now, hopefully, all I have to do is throw these in to the multi-block structure we've made. So throw one of those in there. And okay, it looks good. There's really no way to know except for going to the highland base and seeing what happens. So if we come over here and throw this one in there, hopefully that all works. And how I can know is let's throw a piece of cable on here. Actually, let's throw 2 pieces of cable. And then I already went ahead and made 2 terminals. My crafting terminal, which I'll use the most, and a regular terminal. Or did I switch them? No, I didn't. I'm good. Okay. And hey, that's working. This one's working. Why is that one not working? That's interesting. But this is a very good sign. That's excellent. Now, I'm just needing to troubleshoot for a second why that didn't work. Smart cable. Doesn't say how many channels it's using, but it should be able to do more than one. I'll have to figure that out in a bit. I'm not sure what's going on there, but at least we've got this linked. So that's good. So let's go ahead and move on and craft a couple things. If I could let that stop bothering me. But okay, this is good. Now, so let's make some stuff for forestry. Let's go ahead and make some of the machines we're going to need, like a squeezer. And these will be all set up for us next time. We'll be ready to go. And these are all going to need sturdy casings. So let's make a whole bunch of sturdy casings and just throw them in here. That's how I do my auto crafting. I just make lots of things and throw them in so they're ready for next time. So there is a squeezer. That's excellent. And let's get a carpenter. I actually have one in here already too, but let's make another one because it's useful, because some recipes require water, some require seed oil. And so speaking of seed oil, let's throw down the squeezer, and that's what this power was for. And then, do I still have... Oh, I didn't grab back that export bus from the network down there. That's fine. I'll just grab another one. And then let's grab 4 more of these cards. And let's throw the export bus on there. And then hopefully it's going to work. So we're going to need some seeds. So 3,186 now. And then let's just throw one of them in here. And then throw those in there. And then hopefully it's going to be exporting seeds. Now this is acting like there's no more channels left. That's interesting. Okay. So maybe I'm still sharing the channels that are coming along this one. And this one, it's almost maxed out there. Huh. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go down in here. Maybe if I pull off this export bus here, I'll get another channel back. Aha. So I'm going to have to work out how to put more channels on here, which I can do. Actually, it's not a big deal. That's part of some of the work I need to do cleaning this up. So I'll get to that. Let's go look if that gave us another channel over here. There it is. So let's see. Yep. So now that's pulling out seeds. That's not working yet because this is using my 2 available channels. Solve that mystery. But yeah, we got seeds exported in here, and now we're making seed oil. So we've gotten from the wheat field to here making seed oil. Now the thing that's going to use the seed oil right now is going to be the carpenter. And so we need to get seed oil into the carpenter with some of these pressurized fluid conduits. So let's hook these 2 together. And this one wants to be extract. So that's good. And then this one is just going to be insert for now. And then let's go ahead and just as a backup, let's put a drum in here somewhere, like right there off the ground. That bothers me. It needs to sit on something. There we go. And then this one will be in and out. And can I set a priority on these? I guess I can't. But we'll do it in, out, and auto extract. So yeah, hopefully what I want to happen is this one to get prioritized and then this one to be a buffer. So hopefully that's what's happening now. This seems like it's staying in place. No, I'll work that out. This is a quick note from me in the future, is this is how I figured out to do it. For now, it's coming straight from this one, going in there, and then getting sucked out to here. So if this gets full, then this will start filling up. Hopefully that's going to work out fine. Okay, back to the episode. Okay, so a couple more things we're going to need. We won't necessarily use today, but they'll be ready for next time. We got the squeezer. We've got, actually, we're going to need another squeezer, I believe, because this one's going to be for making honey. So let's get a squeezer, and we're going to need a centrifuge as well. The centrifuge will come before the squeezer. So let's grab that. So let me see. We got squeezer, centrifuge, and then we're also going to need a fermenter to make biomass. So let's grab that. And good. I got bronze gears and everything. Excellent. And then we're going to need a still. And here we're going to have a choice. There's the straight up forestry still, or now we can actually start getting into genetics, which is the spin-off of the beez mods. It used to be included in extra bees. Now genetics is its own mod because it works apparently for the bees and the trees and the butterflies and maybe some other stuff, but maybe for botany. I'm not sure. And see, there's 3 of them, and you get the choice of whether it's powered by MJ, RF, or EU. So we're going to pick the one that's powered by RF. And there it is. That's great. And then I think we're good. So let's go ahead and just put these down. I'll figure out next time how better to set them up. But there is the squeezer. And that actually, no, wait, we want to reverse that. We want to put down first the centrifuge right there, and then the squeezer. So this processes the honeycomb. This squeezes the honey drops into honey. Then this is going to give us biomass, and this is going to give us ethanol. And these are going to be necessary, these products, and a lot more products are going to be necessary in the rest of the genetics machines that we're going to get into. But I don't think I'm going to make them right now, all these things. There's actually a third this many, because each of these is powered by MJ, RF, and EU. So, but we'll make one of these, the isolator, the sequencer, the polymerizer, the inoculator, the analyzer, incubator, gene pool, and acclimatizer, and much more stuff. But I think I'll get into that next time. So anyway, that was a success. The fermenter, where did the fermenter go? Is this? Oh, I put down the other carpenter. Inventory tweaks is messing me up. Okay, that goes there. And then the other carpenter will go somewhere else when we have a chance. That one will be the water-powered one, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But, all right, Forestry has moved into the Highlands Overlook, and we have access to all our stuff. So that's excellent. And then last thing, let me give you that quick update on what happened with the mob versus mob arena. So over here, I had got it pretty much working before, except it was using a ton of mana. And that was because the tiger's eye was keeping the creepers from exploding, and also the telecreepers, which were the bigger problem, because they were teleporting everybody out of the ring. So I had this elaborate mana thing downstairs, which I'll show you in a second. But what I did to solve the mana issue, and also to get the creepers to be a little less destructive, because there was a point in between episodes where they managed to knock off the tiger's eye, I guess by exploding, like if he had exploded over there. And I came back to this thing destroyed. So I did this instead. This was a suggestion by, I think it was by Doomgull. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think he suggested it, he or her. Doomgull, Doom sounds like a male name, but anyway, I put this thing here, the attraction obelisk, that's got soul vials for the creeper and the concussion creeper in here, and it's actually pulling them this way. I tried putting it up there first, but they can't actually pull them up off the ground, but they do walk towards it, and they walk straight on to these new diamond spikes that come with extra utilities, and these give you all the drops as if a player had killed the thing. So I actually had to put a little vacuum hopper in there too, as well as the vacuum chest, to suck up the XP. And they go over it first because they want to kamikaze because of the high side dream that's making all the mobs fight, but they can't explode. And then the attraction obelisk pulls them over here, and they kind of kamikaze on the spikes themselves and end it all. So that severely reduces the number of creepers, not entirely, and it gives it a less percentage chance that there's going to be some glitch in their explosiveness and they're going to knock this thing off. Good luck shooting him, skeleton. Zombie's got to come out and kill that skeleton, put him out of his misery, or maybe I will. There you go. He's being pulled over by the Vinculotus, if you don't remember from last time. And last thing of the update is, now this thing is pretty much staying full all the time, because the mana production is enough that with the reduced creeperness, that it stays full. and the number of ender flames got reduced a little bit down here, only because during one of the mess ups they blew up some of them down here, and I actually needed less. I actually need less than this, but I left them anyway, and I replaced all those elven mana spreaders with a Gaia spreader now. So you put a elven mana spreader in the middle of your crafting thing. Well, that one's only 2x2, and then a Dragonstone on the right and a Gaia Spirit on the left, or vice versa, and you get this one, which is really efficient. It can handle all of these Ender Flames, and it's still cool. So hopefully that cuts down lag a little bit on the server, only having one of those. And yeah, this thing is staying full all the time, pretty much. So that's great. Solve that problem as well. I did try to let this run in between, and even like this, it did blow up again. Oh, the chicken, that comes from the little baby zombie jockeys, chicken jockeys. Sometimes chickens get in the mix in here. Anyway, so snuck in the update for that. Hopefully this isn't too long. But yeah, I am Monkeypuzzle, and I am going to sign off. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And next time, we'll get straight into it with the bees and the trees and the butterflies and the botany. Okay, bye-bye.